See if I left off. See if I left off in a better place than PM. No. Okay. Got a couple things to look at. So, we're separating this into 3 main parts. Okay, we've got the switch box and all of its details that we'll worry about later. We've got the main thing, which you should be done with. This should be about where you're at. And then we got this guy right here. If you're wondering why we aren't just modeling off of the main cylinder for this, is because I changed the amount of sides that's on this. So if you look on this, there should be, I think, 20 sides. But if you look on this, there's 18 sides. The reason for that is because if you look at the reference, there are 6 notches that come out, and they're all evenly spaced. So you can't do that with 20 sides. You can do that with 18 sides, though. So let me show you how to do that right now. I'm just going to delete that. Get rid of it.
I already made one that, that's connected to...
Just delete it. Select the faces, delete the faces. So I'm going to spawn in a new cylinder, and before I do anything to it, I want to open up my attribute editor. And I'm going to go... There should be a little thing that says polycylinder. It should be like the 3rd one down, like right there. And once you open that, you should be able to see there's like polycylinder history. And this is what we want to look for. We want to look for subdivision axis. So by default, we're at 20. I want to change that to 18. And then once you hit enter, you should notice that all of these sides get changed and it evenly spaces itself out.
How do you... Wait, sorry. Wait once.
Which part?
I wasn't watching because I was getting...
Okay. Alright, so spawn in a new cylinder.
Yeah.
Click on it. And then in your attribute editor, this little guy right here, you want to find where it says like polycylinder 4. It might not say that for you, but it's like the first one, the second one, the third one's what you want.
Okay.
Once you find that, there should be a thing that says polycylinder history. We got radius, we got height baseline. We want subdivision axis.
Okay.
We want to change that to 18 from 20. And we don't need to touch subdivision's height. We don't need to touch subdivision's cap. We don't want to do round cap. It doesn't even work. It doesn't even work at all. They ruined it. Alright, anyways, never mind. Alright, so all we want to do now is we want to rotate this 90 degrees since we're already in our attribute editor. And I want to take the position from what we've got already, and I'm going to copy and paste it into this cylinder now. Wait, hold on. Okay. 90. Bada boom. So I'm going to click on my lightsaber. It's at -516. I'm just going to copy that and paste it onto my new one. Enter. And now it's like perfectly in line, like centered with the rest of my stuff. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up my orthographic. I'm going to scale this to about there. If you've got both of these kind of going inside of each other, like overlapping, that's good. What we don't want is for there to be like a minor gap. A little overlap is fine, because then it looks like it's 2 solid pieces. And I know that's kind of conflicting to what I said the other day, is that you want it to be the same piece, but like the geometry is just not allowing for it. So I'm going to go, and there is kind of a cap on this. So I'm going to put a line here, and I'm also going to put a line here.
How did you get
What?
the cylinder to go to where the saber is?
So I clicked on my saber. Hold on. I clicked on my saber, and I went in my attribute editor, and I looked for one of the translates. So this one, the one on the very end, is this value.
There's nothing in my attribute editor.
Did you click on the saber?
Yeah.
Like, it's green and there's nothing in your attribute editor.
It's blue.
What is blue?
Like, it's not green, but it's blue.
So go to object mode and then click on it.
Oh, okay.
Okay? You see that now?
Yes.
All right. This translate is what you want to steal. So highlight it, copy it, and then click on your pommel piece and then paste it in the same spot.
Okay.
All right.
That didn't work.
Ooh.
It's like in the middle of my lightsaber.
No, that's a good thing. Now you just move it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We want it to be in the middle. Because if it's in the like dead middle, now we could just move it along one axis and it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's my
All right. All right, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit the multi-cut tool. I'm going to put a line down here. I'm going to put a line down here because that's the bottom of our little notches. If I didn't do that, our notches would be all the way down at the edge of it. We don't want that. Again, we just want to make sure our geometry is like, you know, going to bound everything where we want. First thing, I want to go and I want to extrude this little cap out. Because there's like a little bit of thickness right there. And then I'm going to take this edge and I'm just going to move it down just a little bit.
Yeah, but it's only letting me do.
So we should have like a little bit of a bevel. So we should have something that kind of looks like a capped pipe right here. All right, so next step. We want to start sort of like at the top center. So what we're going to do is we want to select 2, skip 1, select 2, skip 1. And I'm talking about faces here. So let me demonstrate that really fast. So I'm going to go into face mode. I'm going to select 2. Select 2. Oh, my keyboard's not working. Ooh.
I'm at the scale tool, see?
Give me like 2 seconds for my keyboard to start working again. Okay, there we go. So select 2, skip 1, select 2, skip 1, select 2, skip 1. You want to do this a total for like 6 times. So I should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. Well, 6 sets of faces. So it's like 12 total. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to hit extrude face. And then I'm not going to center it. This is important. Don't center it at this point. Find wherever it wants to put the gizmo and just bring it out from that point. And it'll like normalize that distance between all of them. So you go out. And then I want to scale in. And then scale in. Don't hit move in. Yeah, don't do this. Because that's not what we want. We want to move it out and then scale it in. And then scale it in. And you should get something that looks roughly like that. All right, and now for the switch box. So let's just break this down into what I have this built as. and then we'll go from there. So I've got the main box. I've got the actual like buttons. I've got these triangles. And I've got this thing. This thing is totally optional. You do not have to make this. You could just do the box and have it be blank. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. But for the box, all I did was I just spawned in a cube. I roughly made the shape correct. And I used the multi-cut tool to put in my lines. And then I extruded those lines. That's all I did. I didn't do anything crazy. For the triangles, if I go and if I spawn in a cylinder, and if I go to my attribute editor, and I go to that same place where I changed my subdivision axis like last time, all I did was I cranked this all the way down to 3, and then it gives us a perfect triangle. And then I just scaled it down, and I made it flat, and I just positioned it all. Same thing with these switches, all right? All I did was put some multi-cut tool lines in, extruded those faces out, and then just did a basic construction. And then I just put it all together, okay? You can position all this stuff, and it could just be like separate objects sitting on top of each other. That's totally fine. So you should end up with something that kind of looks like this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces by default. 5 if you want to do the little, what do they even call that? It's like an edge connector card. Weird. Okay. And I didn't do anything new. This is nothing new. All of this is just a box. I put in multi-cut lines, and I just positioned it all. And I scaled it all, and I just shoved it into the body of my saber, and that's what I got. All right, so I'll let you guys do that independently, because I feel like you guys could probably do that pretty easily. And we'll call that a competency check. Okay, the switch box, I think, is going to be what you guys get graded on. It'll be good to check for accuracy.
I'm sorry, how did you do the triangle buttons?
The triangle buttons. So I spawned in a cylinder. No. I went in my attribute editor where we changed the subdivision axis like last time for the pommel, and then I just turned that all the way down to 3, and then it gives me a triangle. It's just a simple way of doing it. There's other ways of doing it. I just feel like that's the easiest. Like, you don't have to create geometry out of that, and it's perfectly symmetrical. Whoopee. What's that thing in The Sims? Plumb Bob. Alright. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to ask me. If you need extensive one-on-one, that's literally what I'm here for. And if you don't want that, you've got the streams. Does anybody have any questions that I can demo up here before we let you do what you need to do? No? No? Alright. What's up? Of course I can.